Or it's like, ha ha ha, it is Halloween. Ha ha ha. I've gone to suck your dick. I'm blind. I've gone to suck your blood. Ha ha ha.
You know, Brayden,
Yeah.
I'm recording.
And on that note,
God damn. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PodRats podcast and another episode of our movie show. We got the same group with us, but if it's your first time here, I'm Brayden, and today we got Alex, Christian, and Hunter. And I'm not sure you guys can tell me, but do we got movie news? Do we have any movie news today?
We got a plentiful amount of movie news for Halloween, baby.
yeah,
So we're starting it off with one of our favorites, Ana de Armas getting her own John Wick spinoff in Ballerina.
Hell yeah.
You know, that's freaking great. After seeing her in No Time to Die, I want to see it.
Yeah.
her 10-minute screen time in No Time to Die really broke out.
Dude, it showed what she can do in an action movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
Is there any details on the
I'm
movie?
just daydreaming.
Is there... Christian's daydreaming about Ana de Armas in a dress.
I thought there was going to be more to it. Than
Yeah.
Sorry. So the movie was actually announced in 2017.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
so
not
it's
as cool.
I know. It's been talked about for a while, and it was actually teased at the end of John Wick Chapter 3 in 2019. All right, moving on to the next piece of movie news. Ice Cube quit his Oh Hell No movie because he rejected the COVID-19 vaccine mandate.
I feel like half of our movie news at this point is just like Onion articles that we're getting trolled by.
Hey, man, I like to keep it very entertaining.
Oh hell no movie. what like is this a movie or is this like a biopic thing?
It was a movie. It was supposed to be a comedy. He was going to do it alongside Jack Black, but he dropped out after having to get the COVID-19 request.
Ice Cube and Jack
Oh,
Black in
dang.
a comedy movie.
That sounds interesting.
That does sound interesting.
Did, I guess.
Did R.I.P. Oh hell no.
Yeah. So that's going to be a sad one we're going to have to miss out on. But, you know, I think that Jack Black will keep the role going.
He'll replace him with Kevin Hart or The Rock. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm just trying to think of a replacement for Ice Cube.
I it's pretty hard to do, man. Ice Cube is a incredible actor.
You must have heard about what happened to Nicki Minaj's cousin.
Yep.
We're just spiraling deeper and deeper down.
All right.
I'm confused as to how was it a set requirement?
Yeah, so it was a vaccine mandate request that they sent out, and he just denied it. He said he wasn't going to do it and then dropped out of the film.
Interesting. It says he walks away from $9 million.
Yeah.
Tells you a lot about him.
Guess he took the title very seriously. He said, oh, hell no.
Oh, he said, oh, hell no, I ain't taking that. Yep.
All right. On to the next one. Apple won a new movie recently. There's a big bidding war, actually, between Lionsgate, Netflix, Sony, Universal, and Apple ended up winning it. It's a new movie with Brad Pitt and George Clooney, who have not been in a movie together since Ocean's 11.
Interesting.
Yeah. It has the director from the recent Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Spider-Man No Way Home. So this one is set to be a pretty good movie.
I wonder how much cash they dished out.
What's it about? Do we know?
No.
That's what I'm trying to find
It's
out.
not. There wasn't a whole lot of information on it. There's not even a tentative release date.
They don't care, bro. They just heard Clooney
They
and
heard
Pitt.
Clooney and Pitt. and
There's a
said,
thumbnail of both of them in suits.
That's from Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11.
That's from Ocean's 11. Let me tell you, Brad Pitt don't look like that anymore.
Yeah.
Clooney don't look like that.
I was wondering if they
No.
pulled the Dear Evan Hansen on him.
They just de-aged them. They don't need to be de-aged, man. They still handsome.
Okay, on to the next one. The new Wonka movie, which we talked about in last podcast, 2 podcasts ago.
Something like that.
We got 3 new famous British actors added to the Wonka cast. So we got Rowan Atkinson, Sally Hawkins, and Olivia Colman. And I must say, Rowan Atkinson really excites me here.
Yeah, most famously known as Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
Wow, Mr. Bean do be looking pretty old now.
Yeah, they didn't. Again, this is another one of those where they didn't really say what they're doing. But should be fun.
Timothée Chalamet just keeps winning all the roles.
Yeah, it'll be so. We'll get to see Timothée Chalamet and Mr. Bean at the same time.
It's a dream come true.
I know. Every girl's wet dream.
Every girl's dream.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean and Timothée Chalamet.
And then next up, Aquaman and the Last Kingdom. They announced the villain for this movie was what's his name? Black
Manta?
Manta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, played by Yahya Abdul Mateen II, who was also he was in Candyman. He's been in a lot of stuff recently.
He was in the first Aquaman, wasn't he? I thought Black Manta was in the first Aquaman.
I feel like he was.
He was, yeah.
But he's going to be the main villain in the new one?
Yeah.
Yahya Abdul Mateen is Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, so he's also known for his role in Us, Trial of Chicago 7. Yeah, I think I was looking at new cast members and stuff for this one. Just look like a stacked cast for the new Aquaman movie.
Yeah,
He's a great
Abdul
actor.
Mateen is legitimately a great actor.
He's a really good
He's
actor.
amazing.
And then we'll move on to the new Zack Snyder movie, Rebel Moon. Snyder said it reminds him of Man of Steel on steroids.
What is Rebel Moon?
So Rebel Moon is supposed to be a sci-fi movie, a remake of Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai, which is
A sci-fi Seven Samurai?
Yeah, what does that
well,
mean?
it's okay. It's the same because they compare it like the Magnificent Seven is a remake of Seven Samurai.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's his adaptation of that kind of storytelling, which I think will be interesting.
Finally, you put the Seven Samurai plot into a good director like Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Akira Kurosawa couldn't
bro.
do it.
He couldn't do it justice, man.
After the Snyder cut of Justice League, I was kind of excited seeing this. I enjoyed the Snyder cut, so I think he can do a good job on this one. This is another one of those, though. Like it's just going to be hyping it up.
Yes.
There's no release date. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Zack Snyder, he's good when someone can pull him back a little bit, because I do know his last movie was a little bit all over the fucking place because he's Zack Snyder.
Yeah. He likes to put absolutely everything into it and not hold back, which sometimes works out and sometimes doesn't.
I take back what I said. So in production, early 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be like a 2023 maybe, or late 2022 release date.
Yeah, probably. All right. And the most anticipated one yet.
Yeah, sorry, man. This is
Everybody
I just
make
can't
sure
stop thinking about this one.
You click on the link. We're gonna watch a quick video.
Okay.
All right. So we just watched the new Lightyear movie trailer, and I had 2 questions after I watched this. I had 3 questions.
Okay.
So, one, why the fuck was the music at the end of the trailer so good?
Some David Bowie.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
It fits so well.
Yeah, it was actually.
What the fuck? What was the bark?
Is it a dog bark?
Christian.
I let YouTube autoplay.
Come on.
You're ruining the flow, man.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. We just got a random dog bark in our ear.
Okay. And then my second thought, why the fuck did they need to make this movie? I thought he was just a toy.
Bro, me too.
Like, I didn't see the necessity for
So,
this.
do you know more about this? Was he a toy before Toy Story?
No. I just
or-
knew they made the toy because there was a real life Buzz
Yeah.
Or
Lightyear
they made the
Yes,
toy
yes.
after him?
after.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's just a real person that they made a toy after.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all the WWE action figures, you know,
Exactly
thing.
like that.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
modeled after real people.
I mean, look, I saw on my Twitter scrolling through that trailer, and I was like, wow, a Buzz Lightyear standalone. And then I watched the trailer, and I was like, hey, it actually looks pretty good.
Yeah. the thing I'm confused about watching the trailer is it kind of looks a little futuristic. I don't know if you
It
guys.
does.
Yes.
But
That's why I was
But my
confused.
thing with Toy Story is it didn't look like that
No.
whenever we watched them as kids.
No,
See,
it
that
didn't.
was the third point I was gonna make. Is like,
Oh, okay.
why the fuck does it look like it does? Like, I thought that the whole like, how did they make like? So it's after the Buzz Lightyear toy comes out, someone actually becomes Buzz Lightyear.
No, I don't know. It's confusing.
We need a lore deep dive into
Yeah,
Buzz
bro.
Lightyear.
Something tells me that maybe I'm thinking too hard about the Buzz
Guess we
Lightyear
gotta go
movie.
watch the movie.
All we
Maybe
see,
you're not supposed to.
all we see is this world from the point of view of toys in Toy Story. So we don't really know what the actual world is
It's true.
like.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. It's a good point.
Hey, but to be fair, the trailer actually was very good.
The trailer is very good,
It was
unironically.
surprisingly good. Yeah,
It's a very good trailer. And Pixar has been on a roll recently. They got Soul 2020, Luca 2021. Both of those were really good.
Luca was a banger.
I haven't seen either of them,
Great movie.
Me either.
but I've heard they were both really good.
yeah.
Shout out Mama Erin for liking the word banger.
Yeah.
Did I say banger?
Alex did.
Oh,
said it, yeah.
I was like, I don't. It just slips out. I don't even remember saying it.
I was always more of a Woody fan.
Yeah, you were.
Let's move on past that one.
Brayden, do we have a movie to review this week?
Yeah, so this week we watched Last Night in Soho. Here's the synopsis. An aspiring fashion designer is mysteriously able to enter the 1960s, where she encounters a dazzling wannabe singer. However, the glamour is not all it appears to be, and the dreams of the past start to crack and splinter into something far darker. This was directed by Edgar Wright, starring Anya Taylor-Joy and Thomasin McKenzie. Currently, the Rotten Tomato critic score sits at 74%. The audience score sits at 92%. There's an IMDb of 7.6. I'm not sure the budget, but it's made a whopping $4.2 million so far this weekend worldwide. So, just to preface, Alex didn't see this movie with us.
I will
So-
be guiding the conversation this week.
Yeah.
Keeping us on track.
Yeah. So, Christian Hunter, what'd you guys think?
You want to go first?
What did I think? It's a tough question. I have not seen what is it? I have not seen Baby Driver. I have seen Ant-Man. I love Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I love Shaun of the Dead. Edgar Wright is an interesting director. He makes interesting movies. A lot of them action movies.
Yeah, this one's quite a departure. It's like
Yes.
a horror thriller mystery type thing.
Yes, it's very different from his past ones. And I saw somewhere about how he wanted this to be like sort of a passion piece for his like directing career.
You can definitely tell.
Yes, and he wanted to like involve things that he was passionate about, which the music, the like 60s aesthetics and stuff. He wanted to include all of that stuff, and he wanted to include horror aspects because he's always wanted to like include true like horror aspects, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can really tell watching it because it really is like a culmination of all of those things. And it does it in, I think, a really like fun and interesting way. I didn't think that it did anything like revolutionary or groundbreaking, but that's not like a bad thing. It was really entertaining. And I'll also say we went and saw this movie at 10 p.m., which is late for us old men. And not one of us dozed off. So that's an accomplishment. It kept us engaged the whole time, the
Yeah, it
2-hour
did.
runtime.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought that it was a lot of fun. And it was like riveting. Like I wanted to know what would happen next. I really like Matt Smith, the Doctor. Shout out Doctor Who.
Yeah, he was the Doctor. I forgot about that.
I can't see him as anything else other than the Doctor.
Hey, he's going to be a Targaryen soon.
Yeah, he is. So the whole movie, I was kind of just thinking like, what if this is an episode of Doctor Who gone wrong? But Anya Taylor-Joy obviously is incredible in this.
Yeah, I definitely think the two leads, Thomas and Mackenzie and Anya Taylor-Joy, very much. I wouldn't say carried this movie because everyone in this was good.
Yeah, there was a lot of great actors.
Matt Smith was good. Terrence Stamp was good. Diana Riggs was good. But yeah, I agree with you though. This movie was very fun, and I loved the soundtrack and like even the cinematography, all the colors. Yeah, how vibrant it was.
Whole lot of needle drops going on. Whole lot of music. Mm-hmm. Not just original music, but whole lot of licensed music going on. But it was all really fun. It all like kind of put you into the how do I say the shoes of the people involved. It was really immersive, like especially in the like sort of 60s flashbacks and stuff.
Yeah, you could definitely tell Edgar Wright wanted us to feel, or was very good at making us feel the same way Thomas and Mackenzie's character was, where she just wanted to live.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Like the contrast between the modern day and back then, and the scenes of like that scene of Anya Taylor-Joy when she is like singing in the room that's empty with just the dudes who are trying to get her jobs and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like that was a really like immersive scene, and I think it was done really well. Anya Taylor-Joy can sing. Who knew? That was kind of cool.
Just another thing. She's not already perfect enough.
Yeah, she can sing now. She's really good at singing. But yeah, the acting in this was a lot better than I thought it would be. I mean, I knew it would be good because of Anya Taylor-Joy and Thomas and Mackenzie. But man, there's a lot of good actors in it. Thomas and Mackenzie's really great. My first movie with Thomas and Mackenzie was Jojo Rabbit.
She's great in that too.
And she's really good in that.
You know, I saw a thing on Twitter where someone was vying for Thomas and Mackenzie to be in, I won't spoil anything for Hunter, but if there ever is a Dune Messiah Christian, that she should play You Know Who.
Yes.
You Know Who.
I very much agree with that. I really want that to happen now.
Yes.
I think she'd be perfect for that.
I agree. She literally fits the description of that character. That shall not be named.
No, yeah.
Because spoilers.
She's great for that role, though, man. That girl shall not be perfect. She's really great for that role.
I kind of agree with you guys on this, though. I really liked the movie. I was engaged the whole entire time, and honestly, like going in based on the trailer, I wasn't sure seeing it at 10:15 at night was going to be a good idea.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way.
But it turned out to be a lot better than I thought it would be, and it wasn't super like action packed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And most movies that don't have that kind of action drive can be dull, and I feel like I get bored with them sometimes, but I never felt bored with this movie.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting in this. We saw it late in our books late.
Right.
And yeah, like you said, like a lot of parts were pretty slow, but we never once were disengaged or anything.
There's a lot of moments where it's been kind of a lull for a couple minutes, and then it just something happens, and it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think it does a very good job, especially in the first half, of drawing you into it and keeping you engaged. I think it might struggle a little bit towards the second half. I'm not sure if you guys agree, but I think the second half kind of loses me a little bit as far as it almost feels like it went on too long, but I'm not exactly sure how it did. Because I don't think the first half was like struggling at all. I think the first half I liked way better than the second.
Yeah.
And the twist, apparently, me and Christian talked about this, but the twist for a lot of people they were very easy to see. Like, did you expect everything that was going to happen? There's twists towards the end of this movie. Did you expect?
We're doing no spoilers. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're doing no spoiler show.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. See, that's like going back to what Christian said about the trailer. I think the trailer did a great job of kind of sticking with the like mystery theme and the like just throwing you kind of for a loop in a lot of ways. Because going into this movie, I thought it was going to be something completely different.
I did
And
too.
yeah, I didn't expect half the things that happened in this.
No.
Like all the way from the halfway point to the end, I didn't expect any of that.
There was a lot more of a horror aspect than I thought there would be.
Yeah, and it was never like scary.
No, yeah.
It was
wasn't-
never like, man, this is really scary. But it was like anxiety inducing.
Yeah.
very thriller.
Yeah, it was more like leaning towards thriller than it was horror. But I think it did it well.
And bullying.
Yeah, I think
And bullying. True.
I think sometimes like the reason I think the second half did get messy is I don't think the themes in the movie were very surface level to me.
Yeah, they were.
They weren't thought deep down, I guess. The main thing is, like the past nostalgia is not always, it's a blind nostalgia can be a bad thing because Thomas and Mackenzie's characters wants to go to 1960s, mainly because her mom who passed away did, and she finds out through Anya Taylor-Joy's character that it's not all that it seems to be.
Yeah. Like idealizing things that you know very little about. You just know a surface level depth of.
And then men are bad.
Men are bad.
Men suck. Men are trash.
Seems to be a theme lately with movies.
Yeah. That and The Last Duel. They're making a strong case for men to not exist anymore.
True. And hey, who needs men when Anya Taylor-Joy walks the planet?
That's true.
Yeah.
I wanted to read, I saw a review on Letterboxd, and it kind of ticked me off a bit. But someone said, between this and Baby Driver, it's become quite obvious that the dude, being Edgar Wright, needs to go back to emotionally and visually tuning up comedies about small-town British losers and stop pretending he's on the level of filmmakers he admires as a cinephile. And I thought that was super freaking harsh.
I think that is
And they're
very
basically
harsh.
saying, hey, I don't want Edgar Wright to try out new things.
Yeah, and especially because before this movie came out, he literally said, I'm just going to make something that's really fun for me, and I want to make it. I've always wanted to make something like this just with things I enjoy. And it's like, hey, if it performs well, great. But I'm just kind of making it for me.
Yeah, and I like he doesn't have to make the same things. He doesn't have to make a Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead or Scott Pilgrim. Those are all great movies.
When somebody gets really good at something and then they just stick to doing that, sometimes it works. Like if you're a really high profile director.
Wes Anderson.
Yeah, exactly. Like people like Wes Anderson that can just stick with doing the same style and it works really well. But I mean, I hate when people say stuff like that where they bash filmmakers for straying from like their past styles, especially because like obviously like Scott Pilgrim is way different than this.
Yes.
Completely different visually, like script, theme, everything. But and like obviously I liked Scott Pilgrim a lot more than this, but I think it's dumb to bash the director for, why didn't you make another Scott Pilgrim instead? I think that's really dumb.
And I feel like this movie did really well as far as like the audience goes. Like I feel like the people who saw it enjoyed it.
I mean 92% on Rotten
92%.
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Audience score.
I will say, just generally from a director's perspective too, like you want to encourage that kind of creativity. Like,
branching out.
yeah, like it's much more impressive to not do the same thing and make good movies like Baby Driver, Scott Pilgrim, Shaun of the Dead. Like these are all great movies, in my opinion, at least. And like to do this with this kind of different movies is very impressive.
Yeah, and I won't say this movie to me. It's not a great movie, but it's definitely not bad. It's not a bad
I felt the
movie.
same way. Like I said, I don't think it was anything like extremely special, but I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm glad I saw it.
Yeah.
Alex, you should go see it.
I will.
It is worth seeing. I enjoyed it.
Was this a theater only release?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, do we want to go ahead and do our reviews early?
Yeah. We don't have a fourth person contributing to our discussion, so we can only talk about it for so long.
I also didn't have a lot to say about it that wasn't a general thing to say. I mean, Anya Taylor-Joy was great. And
Yeah, I mean, like everything kind of that you would think would make it good was something that it was good at.
Yeah.
Like Brayden said,
very predictable.
The style of it, the lighting and stuff was a lot of fun. It was really pretty to look at.
Yeah, it very much heavily relies on the style of it.
Yes,
which is the best part of the movie.
It is by far. Like, I really love those scenes with like the mirrors and stuff. I thought those were really cool. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I need to mention something. And sorry, I thought it was really cool. There's a scene in the movie where they're dancing, where Anya Taylor-Joy and Matt Smith are dancing, and it switches back between Anya Taylor-Joy and Thomasin McKenzie. I thought that was really cool because I'm pretty sure that was done practically. Most of the
done
mirroring,
really well.
I'm pretty sure that was all done practically. So I was just imagining while watching it how they're trying to do it.
Yeah, I was like when that dance scene was happening, because it switched like back and forth a ton of times.
Yeah,
and every time it switched, I was sitting there thinking like, man, this is done really well, and I wonder how they did it.
Yeah,
just clever cuts, or
because it didn't look like CG.
No,
it wasn't easy. I can tell you that. It looked pretty hard.
Like, it looked like just clever cutting, but it was so seamless.
Yeah,
so
it was really cool how they did that.
Yeah, I really liked that though. That was really cool.
All right. Well, since Alex isn't here today, he's here.
He's gone.
Alex isn't here.
Since Alex didn't see this movie, I guess I'll start the review off.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and give this a cheese meter score of an... Hold on. What the fuck did I get this? 4, 3...
Stand by.
No. 80. I'm going to give this an 80%.
Okay.
Sorry. I had to think on that one.
What the fuck did I give that?
No, like I already thought about this when I was doing my Letterboxd score.
No.
And
follow us on Letterboxd.
Yes.
In the descriptions.
Yep. But yeah. So when I made my Letterboxd score, I was like low end of a 4-star. So but I liked it. 80%. You should go see it if you haven't seen it. It's a fun time.
Yeah. I mean, I like Edgar Wright. He makes fun movies. His movies, if anything, are always that. They're always a fun time. And this was no exception. This was a fun time. It was, like we said, it was vastly different from the other things that he's done. But it being vastly different didn't make it a bad or an outstanding movie. It was, I mean, it's right in the middle in my book. It was a lot of fun. I had fun watching it. But it was nothing that blew me out of the water or anything. So I am going to give it a cheese meter score of a 60%. We're sticking with multiples of 10 today. We'll see if Brayden
Yes, we are.
carries it on.
Yes, we are. I'm going to go ahead. It's very middle of the road. I'm going to give it a 70.
Nice.
70's not a bad score, isn't it, bruv?
You know, when I was giving my Letterboxd review of this, I was in the boat of like, because I gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd. And this was one of those movies where I was like right in between a strong 3 and a low 3.5. And then I just went with 3.
Hey, you don't have to do the math, by the way, because I got the number.
Ooh, mental math.
This one did not take nearly as much
Very,
math.
very easy.
I watched Alex do it on his phone.
Yeah.
So.
Can I get a drum roll, please?
Drum roll, please.
It's a 70%.
70%.
Oh.
That was good math.
Get it? Because it's 80, 70, and 60 in the middle of that.
Right in the
70.
middle.
It's
Oh,
almost
I
like we're
see.
engineers or something.
Whoa.
That was
Math
good
is
math,
easy
guys.
now. We got better at this. Yeah, Christian, you want to send us off?
All right, if you made it this far, then we thank you. If you enjoyed what you heard today, go ahead and like the video if you're on YouTube, or leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. You can go ahead and follow us on Twitter at @the_PodRats.
We'll give you a firm handshake for a follow.
Firm
Please follow.
handshakes. Firm handshakes.
Firm handshakes.
Firm handshakes. All right, your support means everything and keeps us motivated to be here every week. That being said, we'll be back next week. Until then, put yourself first and take care of each other.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Goodie, bye-bye.